everybody, welcome back to Level Up Loading Fight Feeling Face Facts with yours truly, Shay. Guys, so I'm back with part 3 of my moving testimony. I hope that the first 2 episodes have been at least somewhat enlightening, because I want you guys to have a real scope of God and how he is literally like working things out. So I know I left off with me getting a place and a job and basically having to go back to Chicago and start the moving process. So that's where we're going to start and jump right in. Okay, so I left off with me, I got my job. I got my place. I found my place. Thankfully, that last trip that I took to Tennessee, after I had, literally I got the job and I really went, the next day to go to look for places, because I'm like, oh my God, this is real. So now I really the fire was put in me even more. So we're leaving Tennessee and we are heading back to Chicago. Basically, me and my friend are leaving Tennessee and we're heading back to Chicago so that I can basically start the process. So I want to say that we came back on September the 1st, if I'm not mistaken. We got back to Chicago September the 1st. So I literally had 15 days. Oh my God, thinking about this is very stressful. It's like reigniting my stress levels, because I cannot believe that I did all of this in 2 weeks. So I'm excited because I got my place, but I'm also freaking the heck out and overwhelmed. Definitely overwhelmed, because first of all, I'm excited but overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because, one, I have to go to work the next day.
And I have to put in my 2 weeks. So don't forget that part.
I still have to finish packing. And I am going to be a resident of a whole other state in 2 weeks. So my to-do list includes, let's see, I have to find time to take my drug test, because like I said, I got the job. So, drug testing was a part of their criteria. So I had to find time to fit that into the schedule. Mind you, remember that it's still during C-19. So it's limited appointments. A limited patients can be in one set area. So you have to schedule them. And I'm also still working. And
I would like to also mention that my friend who went to Tennessee with me, her birthday was on the 5th. So I also had to go to a big birthday dinner with her and her friends before I left.
I have to pack. I have to, of course, say my goodbyes to everybody, let everybody know. And so, of course, everybody wants to see me before I leave. Oh my God. Everybody wants to see me before I leave, so I have to make time for that. Originally, I was trying to sell a lot of my stuff. I was trying to come here with a completely clean slate. So I was trying to sell my stuff. And so I have to put all this stuff on to some platform to try to sell it, negotiate it, and get it out of here. So these are the things I have to do. So let's talk about that. So for one, I had to come home from Tennessee for my trip, and I went crazy, just basically packing. I had a 2-bedroom apartment, and I had my guest room. I had just got my guest room. I don't know what cuckoo brain I had, because I knew that I wasn't going to stay. But for whatever reason, I really was invested in getting my guest room the perfect way that I wanted. Which is funny, because it really just wound up being my office when C-19 came into the picture and I was working from home. So that was my designated area away from my living space, because I was like, okay, it's already bad enough that I'm stuck in the house all the time. I can't have work in my actual home. You know what I mean? So closing off the guest room and leaving it in there was my go-to thing. But I had furniture there. I had a couch like a futon, cute. Oh my god, if I can find pictures, you guys, I'm gonna post them. But had it set up really nice, cute futon in there. I wanted to sit on my couch, even though I had just gotten it like maybe a year before. I wanted to sit on my couch because I just didn't want to take it. Like, it was nothing wrong with the couch. It was a brand new couch. I just didn't want to take it. I was trying to, cut corners on the movers. People were telling me to, just get a truck and get some movers when you get down there to unload it, and it'll be cheaper. You could just drive the U-Haul, and you can hook your car up to the U-Haul. I'm like, baby, have we met? I don't even like driving my little Nissan Sentra. So what makes you think I want to drive a big old U-Haul full of stuff with a car on it, my car, 6.5 to 7 hours away? And who's putting gas into this U-Haul? Can someone tell me who's putting gas into this U-Haul? Who? Not me. So I'm like, it's giving a huge no for me. I get why people say that because, and I don't want you guys to take this as shade, but a lot of people have a very poverty mindset, and they don't understand sometimes you have to spend money for peace of mind and for you to have some good quality results. So I was listening to that, and I was like thinking about it, but I was like, no, I'm not going to stress myself out. I only have 2 weeks as it is. I am not going to stress myself out with the duty of packing safely all this stuff. I got big screen TVs in all 3 of my rooms. I have my living room, my bedroom, and my guest room. I got mirrors galore. Like, I have a mirror in the front room, a mirror in my bedroom, and a mirror in the guest room. I'm not vain, y'all. I just like full-length mirrors. And I had a mirror in the bathroom, but it was on the door, so whatever. But anyway, I'm like, I just have too much stuff. I had so much artwork, so many like delicate items. I'm like, I'm not gonna stress myself out like that. I have been saving for this move. I'm going to act like it, and that's just that on that. So, but in the meantime, I'm still working. So I'm going to work. I put in my 2-week notice with them. They were trying to like coerce me to stay or see if I wanted to still work. I could just work remotely and still work with them in Nashville. And I was tempted. I'm not going to lie to you. But my new job, I wanted to just start clean. I wanted a clean, fresh slate. My new job that I had gotten, I had negotiated a higher salary. So I was making more money than I was making there, even though the money there was amazing. That was, of course, negotiation power. And so I was like, I was very tempted because I did like my job, but a lot of the reasons why I like my job, for the morale and the company benefits and things like that, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy them anyway working long distance. So really, I would have just gotten all the stress and none of the perks. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna, proceed with my new job offer, put in my 2 weeks with them. So in those 2 weeks, I'm trying to, of course, get everything together for them to pass on to whomever they are going to pass my torch on to. Because, mind you, remember, I was hired to help someone else. They never got me any help. When the other lady left, they never got me any help. It was just me. I took over the whole department, handled it like a champ, because that's what I do. That's what God do. But yeah, so I want to say like the last week of me being there, in my 2-week notice, they found a temp lady, and it was terrible trying to train her. She was not a good fit. I'm not even going to go into that because I don't have time. She was not a good fit. So I spent my time training with her for like 4 days, and then 3 days, and the last 2 days she just didn't come back. Like, she didn't come back. She was like, this job is not for me. It's too much. Which, I'm not gonna lie, it really was. I don't even know how I handled it. But, I mean, I'm just an overachiever in that way. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I just like to get stuff done. I'm a results person, Like, I like results. So, That's just me. Everyone is not like that. So sis was stressed. So I'm coming home from work, and mind you, I'm not driving to work because I was working in the West Loop. So I'm not driving to work. I'm on the train and the bus. Wait, no, I'm just taking the bus. I'm tripping. I'm taking the bus to work. So I'm driving to the bus stop, parking at a place, and hopping on the bus to get to work. So I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Stressed. Coming home, packing. I have people coming over, people visiting me, coming to say their goodbyes, but I'm still packing. I'm making time because you have to think about this is also summertime shy, so I'm also making time for activities. I'm trying to fit in everybody. Like, I have my family to say goodbye to. I have my loved ones and friends. I mean, my loved ones is my family, but you know what I mean? Like, I just had so many people to try to spend time with and also pack and also work. It was a lot. But for the most part, like that first week of my 2-week notice that I gave them, I mostly worked home if I'm not mistaken. But when they found somebody for me to train, I was going into the office, like, which I had not done since the beginning of C19. So it was like annoying. And then to do it for no reason because the lady didn't even stay. So then the last 2 days of me actually working there, I literally spent that time trying to train my manager on how to do my job because they had not found a new candidate to try to get a crash course, I guess you could say. But anyway, so I'm meeting up with my family, friends, loved ones, packing. I'm trying to sell stuff. I'm selling stuff. Like, I was selling so many things. Most of the stuff I sold was on Facebook Marketplace and giving away so much stuff. Like, if y'all need it, come get it. If you want it, come get it. It was just so much stuff I was packing, like a frantic, crazy woman, throwing away stuff, donating stuff, and then I wound up deciding that I was going to keep my couch. So now, when I decided that, it was time for me to really, really start getting my movers. Because, of course, it's a long-distance move. I need professionals. I want my stuff in one piece. I want my TVs in one piece. Trying to be cheap, me and my sister... It was a major fail. Me and my sister tried to wrap up the stuff for them, and they came and they were like, "What is this?" They were like, "What is this?" Like, no, we'll wrap this for you. We're not taking it. We can't take it like that. Like, it's a liability. We have to wrap it for you. It's gonna be extra, but we're gonna have to wrap this for you. So I'm like, okay. But honestly, after seeing the way that they wrapped it compared to how we wrapped it, yeah, honestly, I'm never not going to go professional when it comes to moving at this point. Like, even if I move next door, like, I just want professional movers to handle it because they make sure your stuff gets there intact. And that means something to me. What else? So, the moving company, I did a couple quotes and stuff like that and got more boxes and running around back and forth buying boxes from Home Depot and getting free boxes from Walmart and other places, and it was mayhem. Okay, so I rounded up one of my friends, one of my Facebook friends, I don't know what you want to call him. I would call him a Facebook friend. He had actually just recently moved, and so he recommended someone, and I used them, and they quoted me a steep price, but that was the best quote that I had gotten. They showed up. They took my stuff. And I'm like, Lord, let this work out because I got everything I own. Everything I own. And so they basically told me, like, okay, we're going to take your things. And, we don't know exactly when we're going to deliver them, but we'll let you know. You going to let me know. You gonna let me know. Like, what do you mean by that exactly? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I don't understand. So, I'm like, well, I'm going to be there. Don't come anytime before Monday, the 16th, because guess what? That's when, is it Monday? No, I'm sorry. Don't come anytime before Wednesday, the 16th, because that's when I'm going to be there. Like, that's when the unit will be mine. So as long as you guys come sometime after that, we good. But please come before that. You can come like Wednesday, Thursday. They're like, well, sometimes it's the weekend, sometimes it's later. We don't know. It just depends on the route. Whew. I will tell you one thing for real. Long distance moving is no joke. And my move was only a 7.5 hour move. 7 hour move, I think. Yeah, mine was only a 7 hour move. But stressful, okay? Stressful. So I'm selling stuff. I actually had my friend. It was this one sale that I had. I sold my futon that I had just got. Okay, so my place in Tennessee was a 1 bedroom. It's a bigger, like the square footage was bigger, but it was still a 1 bedroom because I had a dining room and stuff. But I'm thinking like, okay, first of all, I don't need a guest room because I don't know nobody out here. I mean, a lot of people might visit, but most of them are going to stay in hotels or they're going to have to get it how they live. You know, I got an air mattress. We got a big old sectional. We can make it work. But I'm not going to pay extra money for extra space when majority of the time it's just going to be me. So I was like, I'm going to just, get the economical choice of not extend my money as more than I have to, get the 1 bedroom and go from there. So I'm selling all my stuff from my guest room because the guest room cannot go. So I'm selling my TV stand. I did bring my TV because I just wanted to have an extra TV because I know that I'm going to get a 2 bedroom next after this place.
Plus, we needed something to watch while we were here when we got here into town because, of course, all my other stuff was, packed up on the truck. So I brought my smallest TV with me in the car on the road with us.
So I do want to have a TV for my guest room, obviously. So I sold everything out of there, and so it was this one situation where I would call my friend Corey because I was selling my futon, and I don't know, it was just real fishy. I was like, I just need you to come over with me. Wow. I'm selling this. Like, I just want you to be here. And I'm so glad he came. And shout out to Corey because honestly, I'm so glad that he came and showed up for me because the lady came to buy my futon and she brought one man and herself. Who was if Corey wasn't there, if Corey was not there, who was going to move it? Ma'am, yeah, I said pick up. You're responsible for coming to get it, picking it up, moving it. If the man, so you brought one man. This was an elderly lady, so I'm pretty sure she wasn't finna be coming from the 3rd floor with this futon on her back or holding it. So I'm like, what? Honestly, like I said, I'm thankful that he came because they probably would have tried to just take my stuff and not give me no money, which that wasn't gonna happen. If you know like me, if you know who my mama is, that wasn't gonna happen. But I just was glad to have somebody else there to even the playing field. So definitely shout out to him. And yeah, so he was there to help and help be a mover too, which is a light futon, but it was a 2-person job and she came with one. But anyway, sorry, that was just like a little side note. So basically packing, moving, working, seeing everybody, and that was it. So we fast forward to me actually getting ready to leave and packing up the car, up and down 3 flights of stairs, up and down, up and down, up and down. I have never been so tired in my life. Do you hear me? Never have been so tired in my life. And so I got to my mom's house. I was picking up my mom and my sister. They were going to go with me to go to Tennessee. So we took the car, that was packed to the brim. My mama squeezed in the back. My sister, actually, she wound up driving. Definitely a definite huge shout out to my sister because, baby, when I tell you I was exhausted from all the trips up and down, not only from selling stuff, but actually packing the car. I was worn out. So originally we were supposed to split the drive up like 3.5 hours, but I was fit to be tired. Okay, I was at my wit's end. So thankfully she did drive. She drove the whole entire way. I love her so much. I love you, sister. If you're watching this, I love you. You are all the things. Okay, you are all the things. She was like, girl, I know you're tired. Like, first of all, she probably just didn't want to die because sister girl was tired. So we winded up getting almost to Nashville. And then, y'all, we get to the gas station to fill up. We were literally in Tennessee. My car starts making its crazy noise. And it's so funny because before I left Chicago, the day before, in my empty apartment with sleeping on an air mattress because, you know, the moves had came to take everything. So I literally was living in an empty unit. The day before I actually left, I was on my bed and God was telling me, like, you're going to get a new car. You need everything new. You need everything new. You're going to a new place. You need security. You need everything new. New job, new house, well, apartment, new car. New job, new apartment, new state, new city, new car, new start. That's what he told me. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I claim it, Lord. You know, I claim it. I'm thinking he means like coming soon to a theater near you. You know, like something new is in the works for you. I did not know. I did not know that my car was going to start acting crazy right on the day that I got to Tennessee. On the day that I got to Nashville, we were in the gas station like probably an hour away from actually being in Nashville. If that, probably less than that. My car started making this crazy noise. And that is where I'm going to leave it off for this episode, guys. I know this is dragging out, but it's so much stuff that happened. It's crazy. And my little 20-minute time frame is not enough. So I'm going to leave it here. But next episode, we're going to talk about what I did to rectify the situation with my car and the process of moving in and how that all worked. And, you know, my mom, my sister being here and things of that nature. So I hope this was entertaining for you guys. If not, write about it in your diary. And I will talk to you on the next episode. Bye.